Guys, welcome back to the channel. That was a professional job at the San Siro 2-0 Chelsea over AC Milan. Guys, we're on top of the league after the other game in our group ended in a 1-1 draw. Chelsea on top of the group. We have 7 points. RB Salzburg has 6 points. AC Milan, I believe they're stuck at 4 points. And I can't remember the last team in our group, the team we actually lost to. I believe they still have 3 points. So guys, listen, we're in control as of right now of our group. Graham, Potter has just turned things around, at least as far as our Champions League, campaign, is, concerned. He's turned things around. We're back on top of the group. We're in control of the group. Our next game is against RB Salzburg, and that should be Wednesday next week. If just going based on my memory, I believe our next game is against RB. I might be wrong, but we have a game obviously a champion. We're playing every week now, so we have an away. We should have a game, probably a home game. Again, I can't remember the team, the team that we actually lost to. Zagreb, the Zagreb team. I'm thinking they might be our next assignment because we just played away. So we possibly gonna be playing at home, and then if we're playing if our next Chelsea Champions League game is at home, then it's the Zagreb team. But anyway, let's just stay on topic here. Chelsea won 2-0 to complete the double over AC Milan today. It was a professional job, guys. Pretty much the game was done and dusted in the first half. AC Milan, as one would expect, being fooled by their crowd, their loud crowd and whatnot. We already knew that their crowd was going to be like a 12th man, for them. So they, came out of the gates in the first half flying. I believe, based on my own, memory, we barely couldn't get out of a half in the first 6+ minutes of the first half. We barely could even string 2 or 3 passes, together. But it really, being pros at this, Chelsea being pros and knowing how to navigate the Champions League. It was really all about trying to weather AC Milan's early storm. Just see what are they working with. What they're gonna throw at our boys, and just stay disciplined. Just keep everything in front of you. And that's basically what our boys did for the first 10 or so minutes. And then somewhere around the 10+ minute mark, I believe is when Chelsea then began to get a foothold in the game, and that obviously led to the somewhat controversial penalty that was awarded in favor of Chelsea. I say somewhat because for me that the referee got it right. Okay, the referee got it right. Notwithstanding that it was the contact by our former boy fake Tomori. His contact, him tugging at Mason Mount's shoulder, not once but twice in the box. It was arguably you could say it was soft contact, However, for me, when you find, if you're a defender, right? When you are a defender and you find yourself on the wrong side of the ball, meaning that you're not going to be that. There's no way that you can win the ball, right? So the only way you can win the ball is by making contact. And if you make that contact, then you're putting the decision in the referee's hands. You're now, saying, okay, ref, you're going to call this a foul, or you're just going to cut me some slack because I'm just, sort of making quote unquote soft, contact. Again, Tomori, should have been smart in that, situation, knowing that, listen, it's one thing to make the questionable soft contact outside the box, where in the event that the referee does call a foul, which usually outside the box, they're likely going to call that, foul. So it's one thing to do it outside the box where it arguably is not going to cost your team a goal, versus doing it in the box. In the box, that was not smart play by Tomori, and he put the decision in the referee. It was a 50-50 call, and the referee blew that call in Chelsea's favor. For me, referee got that right, and if the referee has gotten the call right, as I say, he's gotten it right, then in that situation, then Tomori must see red, because Mason Mount clearly was through on goal and was only about 3 or 4 yards away from goal when he took his shot. So that was definitely a red card. It was a PK. Georgie went on ahead and stepped up. Ice cold, Georgie from the penalty spot. Did his job. Chelsea's up 1-0, and we have the one-man advantage. At that point in time, it's Chelsea FC. Chelsea, with all of the recent experience in Champions League ball, they know how to play with their heads. They're not going to let this advantage slip out of their hands, because they know that, listen, we have a goal and we got the one-man advantage. We just gonna take it easy and just keep on prodding. And if looking for the killer second goal that pretty much all but put the game to rest. And that was what happened about 10 or so minutes later, around the 30-odd 34th minute or so, where I believe it was played from between Kovacic, I believe, to either Mason Mount or Raheem. As you guys can tell, I haven't gone over to go and watch the replays. So it was a nice through pass, but the ball was really headed towards Raheem. But Raheem, in a typical Raheem fashion, was took his time to figure out, okay, what am I going to do with this ball? All this happened within a split second, mind you. And while he was trying to figure it out, of course, our main talisman, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, just came out from nowhere and said, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Went on ahead and slammed that ball, tidy finish in the bottom corner. Chelsea was up 2-0 in the first half, and pretty much the game was over. Halftime, Graham went on ahead and replaced Mason Mount, who was carrying a yellow card, and he was playing with his heart on his sleeve. So that was actually a very, very smart move by Graham to remove Mason Mount from a game that was pretty much over, and he brought in Gallagher, And at that point in time, Chelsea was in game management mode, and we just managed the remaining 45 minutes of the game in a professional manner. Didn't make any major errors, and we saw that game out, and we won it 2-0. Back on top of the Champions League group where we're actually meant to be. And, from here, it's just going to be hopefully onwards and upwards. Our next game, guys, is against Aston Villa this, weekend. I believe it's a league game, guys, where we obviously hope to, continue with our good form under Graham, Potter. I believe this is our third straight clean sheet game. We had 2 back-to-back 3-0s. I was thinking that for a minute we're gonna have a third straight 3-0 win. Kepa has kind of been in goal, just being smart, playing it smart. Just reading the game, guys. Kepa has been reading the heck out of this game. He knows when to be off his line. He's off his line right on time. His passing out of the back is super crisp. No heart attacks. No stress from Kepa. Mendy, in terms of overall shot stopper. I would prefer him over Kepa as an overall stop. Sharp. This is just traditional goalie saving shots. But this season's Mendy, guys, I don't know what's happened to Mendy this season. His mind kind of got went away, guys. I don't know what happened, but he was making not just even last season. He's just making one too many unnecessary errors, costing Chelsea just silly goals, silly. And you guys already know that if there's anything that a top manager hates, is they hate, their own player costing them a goal from an unforced error. And I believe that's part of the reason why Mendy is, kind of on the bench until, who knows when. I mean, who knows? I mean, I might be wrong. I might be reading this thing wrong. But, I mean, what I'm saying from, Kepa, I'm not saying that Kepa is great and all that. But what I'm saying from Kepa is Kepa has just been doing his job in a very smart way. He's been just keeping it clean in the back. His passing out of the back is just on points. It's crisp. And more so than his passing is his reading of the game, his understanding, the timing of Kepa leaving his line to go and clear balls like even 25, 30 yards away from goal has been so much on point that, guys, I don't know. I mean, and plus he's been keeping these clean sheets. I mean, again, maybe I might be making how do you say it? I might be making a mountain out of a mole hill, right? But I mean, this seems like Graham is beginning to feel more and more comfortable with Kepa in goal. Apart from that, I mean, pretty much everything is on point, guys. Chelsea is rolling. We have AC Milan. We're in fourth place in the league. That's not where we want to be, guys. We want to be. If Arsenal's on top, we want to be there. We want to be in the mix of chasing Man City for this league, title, especially with Liverpool, for now. Struggling. Liverpool is not going to be down for long because they have a lot of quality in their squad. So Chelsea, we need to just keep kicking on from this result. Guys, how do you guys feel about today's result? Please comment below, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Take care and God bless you all. Peace.